Travel, for me, is a kind of magic, a force that transforms the ordinary into the extraordinary, and the familiar into the unknown. Each journey is a chance to step outside the boundaries of daily life and discover new worlds, both around us and within us. It's a way of opening a door inside yourself you never knew was there, a door that leads to curiosity, wonder, and sometimes even healing. Every destination holds a secret key, and for me, Peru was the one that kept calling. For years, one whisper was louder than the rest, the call of Peru. It echoed in my dreams and lingered in my thoughts, a persistent invitation to explore a land steeped in mystery and legend. Peru promised adventure, history, and a connection to something ancient and profound. It felt like a place where the past and present coexist, where every stone and every path has a story to tell. I was drawn to the stories of the Inca civilization, to the ingenuity of their architecture and the mysteries that still surround their lost cities. The thought of walking in the footsteps of those who shaped history filled me with awe. I wanted to walk paths trodden by emperors and shamans, to feel the energy of ancient rituals and the wisdom of a culture that revered the earth and the sky. And I longed to see landscapes so vast they could hold all your worries, to stand in places where the horizon stretches endlessly and the silence is filled with meaning. The decision to go came quietly, almost like a gentle nudge from the universe. I found myself tracing a line across a map, my heart pounding with anticipation and a sense of destiny. It was as if Peru had been waiting for me all along. This was more than a holiday, it was a pilgrimage to find a missing piece of myself, perhaps hidden in the thin mountain air or reflected in a sacred lake. I hoped to reconnect with a sense of wonder I thought I'd lost, and to discover new parts of myself in the process. I longed to be humbled by the Andes, to feel small in the face of such grandeur, and to let the mountains teach me about patience, endurance, and perspective. I wanted to be inspired by the resilience of its people, whose traditions and warmth have survived centuries of change. Their stories, woven into every textile and every smile, promised lessons in strength and community. With a suitcase full of scarves and a heart full of anticipation, I set off, ready to embrace the unknown, to collect memories instead of souvenirs, and to let Peru change me in ways I couldn't yet imagine. I didn't know what I would find, but I knew I had to go. Sometimes the greatest adventures begin with a single leap of faith, and this was mine. The world is a book, and I was determined to read a chapter filled with llamas, ancient stones, and breathtaking beauty. I wanted to immerse myself in the colors, the flavors, and the spirit of a place unlike any other. This was the beginning of my cinematic journey, a story I'm thrilled to share with you, in hopes that it inspires you to listen for your own call, wherever it may lead. My adventure began in Lima, the sprawling capital perched dramatically on the edge of the Pacific Ocean. As my plane descended, I caught my first glimpse of the city's endless coastline, where the waves crash against rugged cliffs and the city's skyline stretches as far as the eye can see. Lima is a city that immediately commands your attention, both for its sheer size and its vibrant energy. Arriving felt like stepping into a world where the old and new dance together in a lively, chaotic rhythm. The streets pulse with life, cars weaving through traffic, street vendors calling out, and the sounds of laughter and music drifting through the air. Here, centuries-old churches stand shoulder to shoulder with glass towers, and every corner tells a story of change and resilience. From Miraflores, I watched paragliders soar above the waves, their colorful canopies dotting the sky, while colonial buildings stood beside sleek skyscrapers. The district's parks are filled with locals and visitors alike, all drawn to the breathtaking views and the cool ocean breeze. It's a place where you can feel the pulse of the city and the calm of the sea at the same time. Wandering the historic center, I felt the weight of centuries in the grand plazas and colorful streets. The Plaza Mayor, with its stately buildings and vibrant facades, is a living museum, echoing with the footsteps of generations. Every alleyway reveals a new surprise: hidden courtyards, ornate balconies, and the scent of fresh coffee drifting from nearby cafes. Barranco, with its bohemian spirit, art galleries and murals, quickly became my favorite corner, a gentle, creative contrast to the city's bustle. The district's colorful streets are alive with music, laughter, and the hum of conversation spilling from cozy cafes. It's a haven for artists and dreamers, where every wall tells a story through vibrant street art. But Lima truly captured my heart through its food. The city is a culinary paradise, where every meal is an adventure. from humble street stalls to world-renowned restaurants. The flavors of Lima are as diverse as its people. My first taste of ceviche was a revelation, fresh, zesty, and unforgettable. The tang of lime, the heat of chili, and the delicate texture of the fish combined in a way that was both simple and extraordinary. It was a dish that spoke of the ocean and the city's deep connection to its coastal roots. I ate in bustling markets and elegant restaurants, discovering new flavors at every turn. From spicy anticuchos grilled on street corners to delicate desserts in candlelit dining rooms, Lima's food scene is a celebration of creativity and tradition. Each meal was a chance to connect with locals and learn more about the city's rich culture. Lima was the perfect introduction to Peru, engaging all my senses and preparing me for the wonders ahead. The city's contrasts between old and new, calm and chaos, tradition and innovation, make it a place unlike any other, and I couldn't wait to see what the rest of my journey would bring. Leaving Lima, I flew into the heart of the Andes, Cusco. The air was thin, the sun intense, and every breath felt deliberate at over 3,400 meters. Cusco, once the Inca capital, sits in a bowl of mountains, its streets layered with history. Spanish colonial buildings rise atop Inca stonework, massive stones fitted so perfectly, you can't slip a paper between them. I wandered cobblestone streets, sipped coca tea, and explored vibrant markets. The Plaza de Armas glowed at night, the city's heartbeat echoing through ancient stones. Cusco's energy was palpable, a spiritual weight in the air, a gateway to the Sacred Valley and Machu Picchu. Here, I prepared not just my body for altitude but my soul for the profound experiences to come. From Cusco, I journeyed into the Sacred Valley, a breathtaking patchwork of fields, terraced farms, and villages. Pisac's market dazzled with color, but its hilltop ruins truly took my breath away, panoramic views that made me feel on top of the world. Ollantaytambo, a living piece of Inca history, offered steep stone terraces and a glimpse into the past. The valley was more than stunning sights, it was a place of deep peace and connection. I watched weavers at work and farmers tending the land as their ancestors had for centuries. There was a profound sense of continuity and tradition here. The Sacred Valley was a gentle interlude before the final journey to the lost city of the Incas. The journey to Machu Picchu is an adventure in itself. I took the train through the Sacred Valley, anticipation building with every mile. Arriving in Aguas Calientes, I rose before dawn for the final ascent. Stepping through the gates, the clouds parted, revealing Machu Picchu's iconic silhouette, stone structures clinging to the mountain ridge. Awe washed over me, tears welled in my eyes. I explored temples and terraces, touched the stones and listened to stories of the Incas. Llamas grazed peacefully, adding to the surreal atmosphere. Machu Picchu felt alive, a sleeping city where ancient energy lingers. Standing there, I felt connected to something much larger than myself. I left lighter, carrying a piece of its magic with me. My journey continued south to Lake Titicaca, the highest navigable lake in the world. The light was dazzling, the air thin and cold, but the beauty was immense. Visiting the Uro's floating islands, I marveled at the ingenuity of the Uru people, living on islands woven from reeds. On Tequila Island, men knitted intricate textiles as I climbed to breathtaking views of endless blue water and distant mountains. I stayed with a local family, sharing meals and stories, learning that the lake is the cradle of the Inca civilization. Watching the sunset, I felt the sacredness of this place. Lake Titicaca was a lesson in simplicity, resilience, and connection. It was a quiet, contemplative end to my journey through the highlands. In Peru, food is a spectacular adventure all its own. From Lima's ceviche, fresh, zesty, unforgettable, to the hearty soups and potatoes of the Andes, every meal told a story. I tasted alpaca steak, tried kiwi, and savored fresh fruit juices made from exotic Amazonian fruits. The diversity of ingredients and influences, indigenous, Spanish, African, Asian, created bold, unique flavors. The most memorable meals were shared potatoes and cheese with a family on Tequila, a Pachamanca feast cooked underground. These meals were about community, gratitude, and connection to the land. Food in Peru nourished more than my body. It deepened my connection to this incredible country. Every bite was a celebration of tradition and place. Peru's cuisine became a feast for my soul. The true souvenirs from Peru aren't things, they're moments and realizations woven into who I am. Each memory is a thread in the tapestry of my journey, shaping the way I see the world and myself. It's not the objects I brought home, but the feelings, the lessons, and the stories that have become a part of me. One morning in the Sacred Valley, a farmer greeted me with a warm smile and a simple "Sumak puncha," a reminder that kindness is a universal language. In that moment I realized how a genuine gesture can bridge cultures and dissolve barriers, making strangers feel like friends. The warmth of the people here left a lasting impression on my heart. Standing at Machu Picchu as the sun rose, I was overwhelmed by humility and awe for the Incas' vision and resilience. The ancient stones seemed to whisper stories of perseverance and ingenuity. I found myself reflecting on my own life's obstacles, inspired to face them with renewed strength and perspective. On the tranquil shores of Lake Titicaca, beneath a sky ablaze with stars, I discovered a profound sense of peace and contentment. The stillness of the water and the vastness of the night sky made me feel both small and infinite, connected to something greater than myself. These moments, connection, humility, peace, are the real treasures of travel. They're the invisible souvenirs that shape our hearts and minds, reminding us of the beauty in simple interactions and shared experiences. They shift your perspective, remind you of what truly matters, and stay with you long after you return home. The lessons learned and the emotions felt become a compass, guiding you through life's journey. Peru taught me about resilience, simplicity, and the beauty of human connection. Watching families work together, sharing meals, and supporting one another showed me the strength found in community and tradition. The gifts of this journey continue to shape and inspire my life. Every sunrise over the Andes reminds me that each day is a new beginning, full of possibility and hope. These are the souvenirs I cherish most, the memories, the growth, and the sense of wonder that Peru awakened in me. They are reminders of how travel can transform us from the inside out. These moments, etched into my soul, are the ones that truly changed everything. My journey through Peru was a transformation, opening my eyes, expanding my heart, and filling me with wonder. Travel challenges us, connects us, and reminds us of our shared humanity. Peru, with its landscapes and resilient people, was a wonderful teacher. I invite you to embrace adventure in your own life. Listen to the world's whispers. Support journeys that connect and inspire and help create more opportunities for discovery. Let's explore together, be curious, and fill our lives with stories, not just things. The world is waiting, full of wonder and beauty. All you have to do is take the first step.